Hello everyone, welcome to our second episode of the Career Desk, your go-to guide for expert career advice. So today we have with us Mr. Amsal Muneeb from Career Services Division. Hello sir, and thank you for joining us for the podcast today.
Thank you, Charvi, for having me.
Yeah, so sir, since our annual career fair is approaching, which is a much awaited platform for our graduating final year students, what are your thoughts regarding the recruiters prioritizing any specific skills or traits for entry-level roles?
Indeed, Charvi, recruiters are looking for specific skill sets and personality traits when it comes to the entry level position or entry level roles. One important thing we need to understand is that a career fair setup is completely different. So, our approach should be different as a student. Whereas in a traditional setup where we are sending the profiles of these students to the recruiters, they have an understanding of a candidate and then they shortlist and call them for an interview. So they have a pre-understanding of how a candidate is when it comes to their credentials. However, in a career fair setup, when we are meeting the employer or the recruiters, we need to be quick when it comes to highlighting or showcasing our skill sets. So important skills, or I would rather say the skills which they prioritize, the recruiters, are your clear communication, your delivery of speech, your clear articulation of ideas, and your active listening is what the recruiter will look at in you. Your professional etiquette, your adaptability, your willingness to learn, whether you are open to the ideas, whether you are flexible, your professional etiquette. So these are a couple of skills which they would look for in a quick networking event, because they would rather be engaging proactively with you instead of looking at your technical background, because that is definitely be coming, but at a later stage. So it is important for us to understand that these are the three important skills which we need to highlight while we are approaching, or while we are doing the networking during the career fair. So I'll repeat it once again just to make sure that the audience are clear with the skills. Is one, a clear articulation of your ideas, your active listening. The second thing is your professional etiquette, your body language, which is again important because that's going to be your first impression with them, and your quick proactive approach and your engaging with the recruiters. So these are three important points which you have to keep in mind while you approach a recruiter on a career fair.
Thank you, sir, for giving such valuable insight. And this next question is, how do you stay updated and relevant in your industry?
Well, Charvi, staying updated in the relevant industry requires continuous learning and proactive engagement. Professionals do leverage these opportunities by ensuring that they are enrolling themselves to the online platforms where they can learn more in terms of what is the latest trends of the market. They do follow the pages of their the companies which are their dream companies, and basically the industry related blogs and industry related information which are there available on social medias and things like that. LinkedIn would be one ideal platform where you can follow your thought leaders, you can follow the companies, you can get the insight of what is happening around the industry of your interest. And of course, your networking plays a very important role. So you have a lot of people you can network with, your own alumni, those professionals from your industry where you really wanted to pursue your career. So that is important because then you get the regular insights from these experts and the people who are actually working in the industry. Because you are a fresh graduate, you have no idea, or maybe you have to unlearn and learn the things again. So you would better get an insight from the people who are already a part of the industry, who are actually working and making an impact So this is important. Your enrollment to the online courses, your networking, following the pages on LinkedIn on the industries you want to work, or the companies you would like to, get the regular updates. So you get the regular updates on LinkedIn, and that makes you uh, have the complete insight of the market as to where the market is going and what all things you are required to do well in advance, so that you should be um, professionally ready to hit the market.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. And I think LinkedIn is a great networking platform where you can follow your ideal leaders and companies as well. And it will definitely benefit you guys. So now we'll proceed to our third question, sir. So with the evolving job landscape, what skills should the fresh graduates and early career professionals focus on developing?
Well, Charvi, it is important to understand for an early professional or a fresh graduate in terms of transferable and non-transferable skills. So how employers look at and how we ensure that we are up to the expectation of the recruiters or employers is that we need to understand the difference between a transferable and a non-transferable skill. So let me clear this out. For a transferable skills are those which you can apply to any industry, any role, right?
Okay.
But non-transferable skills are those which you can apply, which has a restriction, and you can only apply to your area of interest, or to the, let's suppose for a computer science student, they can only apply their non-transferable skills in terms of their language, their programming language or coding, whatever they're doing. For finance guy, it has to be something related to finance. But the transferable skills like problem solving, adaptability, communication, these are the things which you can apply to any role at any given point in time, to any industry. So for a fresh graduate, it is important to understand that you should focus more on your transferable skills, because that will help you to even switch your jobs at any given point in time, in case if you're not okay with what you're doing at this point in time. So these are the two things which are important, and of course there are a lot of things that comes into the picture. Your growth mindset, that requires you to be open and be open to the constructive feedback. Your resilience, your growth mindset, um, your openness to learning and continuous improvement, your proactive engagement, as I mentioned earlier. So these are a couple of skills which a fresh graduate or an early professional should look at developing at an early stage, rather than when they are already hitting towards their final year. So I would say that starting from second year onwards, you should start working in that direction, where you can learn how to be a part of a team, where you can be quickly adaptable to the situations. You should be flexible as a fresh graduate. You should have those transferable skills. To summarize this, it is important for an early professional or a fresh graduate to have transferable skills.
Thank you, sir. Great point. So guys, stay connected for more such informative videos, and until then, hustle for your future.